And I want to talk for a minute about this idea of executing a scorecard, because I think we received roughly 35 questions, all about this idea of how do we measure the impact of things? What would give us direction as a district? What results really matter? How do you continue, I love this one, how do you continue to develop goals year after year after year? What are some strategic actions we can take to build accountability? How do you keep your scorecard action steps at the forefront of what you do? So lots of questions about how to make this a rhythm or a cadence. But let's take a minute and talk about what's on a scorecard, and I'll try to answer some of those questions as we do that. So the first thing that you want to think about are key areas of focus. We often call those pillars. And the piece about this is, while there are 5 there, you make the decision of what are those pillars that are really important for Urbandale or Appleton or Birmingham. What are those pillars that are important? Your key areas of focus will be unique compared to others, and that's the way it should be. But in your organization, what are those key areas of focus? And key to me, I often say, means 3, and in parentheses, 3 to 5. But it means that there aren't 84, or in my world, when I used to do it, 38. The critical few, what are those big areas we're going to focus on? And then underneath that, what are those annual goals or measures that we're going to put in place so that we know we're making progress? What are those measures? And again, what's unique to you? What's critical to you? How will we progress monitor? For those of us in education in the room, to me this is the formative versus summative. Often our annual goals are summative measures. What are we going to do to dipstick along the way so that we aren't waiting for the employee engagement survey to come back in May and tell us, holy smokes, we really screwed up. So what are we going to do to dipstick along the way to make sure we're making progress? And then lastly, what are those strategic actions that we're going to take? And many organizations in this room are really good at making those come alive, because this isn't just a plan on a page that sits on a shelf. These strategic actions are often done in 30 or 45 days, 60 days tops. And it's taken out and used at meetings so that we look at progress, and you create that sense of cadence and rhythm about using that process, analyzing how far you got, and then setting goals for the next quarter or whatever it is.